Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited for this one. I need it to be good. Be delicious, please. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, though, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. So what super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, boom, it's my Essenger shirt, which looks particularly pristine because I got this shirt over a year ago, and I forgot that I had it. I went over there. Essenger, he's a musician, electronic artist, if you will. I ran into him. He was on tour with, was it the Cybertronic Spree? I want to say it was the Cybertronic Spree. And I really fucking dug his set. You know, a little bit mixed reaction from the crowd. Some people were into it. Some people were a little bit, But I love electronic music. You know, I'm a big, I grew up loving, Nine Inch Nails and industrial music and stuff. And I really enjoyed what he was doing. Kind of, has sort of dark synthwave vibes and stuff and everything. Just very cool. I picked up shirts, another shirt actually. I got tote bag. It was just. Then on top of that, I got to meet him a little bit after his set and everything. Seemed like a very good dude. And yeah, man, just, I also took some videos of his performance there on this channel, just in case you're interested. Maybe you want to check it out, or maybe go check out his actual stuff. I can always point you in the right direction if you want to, But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, I just got through reviewing some Boom bubble tea from a local establishment called Mr. Broast. Specializes in chicken, and then they got burgers and fries and all kinds of stuff. What is this? Well, this is, I think, a relatively newer item. It's been a while since I've been here, but we're reviewing the boom! It's fucking giant-ass chicken fingers. But not just any giant-ass chicken fingers. No siree Bobaroonie. These are their... Look at the thing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Ha, ha. These are their hot honey chicken fingers. When I was going through their drive-through, I saw these on one of their displays outside, and I was like, yes, please. That has to be mine. So, let's give it a shot. And because I'm fairly certain that Mr. Broast is a local establishment, I think there's, 2 locations? There's at least 2 locations. It is going to end up in my Sampler Platter Local Love playlist. That is a playlist for just local spots. But let's try out some big-ass freaking chicken tenders. Oh, it's warm. Well, the sauce is really good. It looks like this. Oh, God. I might actually have to use a fork. Do I have an emergency fork on hand? I usually do. Fork! Okay. Yeah, they're too warm. One thing about Mr. Bros, despite the fact that they have a drive-through, they are definitely one of those places that takes a little bit longer to get your food prepared. But that's not a bad thing if the food is super good. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's pick up giant-ass chicken finger. That makes me happy. That makes my taste buds dance. That's so good. This is one of those things, man. Hot honey is this weird thing. I don't know how long it's been around as a thing, but just kind of in the last couple of years, it's become more of a mainstream thing. And I am all fucking for it. If you watch my channel, you know I like contrasting flavors. In a case like this, you've got the sweetness of the honey, and it does have that nice honey flavor to it. But then it's also got some heat to it. Not a lot, but enough to go over there again, create that contrast. And, kind of allows you to appreciate the flavors more. That's just super tasty. As for the chicken itself, I mean, it's a big ass piece of chicken, but it is really flavorful. Even with the sauce doing what it's doing, it's not completely overriding the flavor of the chicken. The outside, the coating is nice as well. It's obviously not going to be like proper crispy because it's coated in all the sauce, but there is still a little crispiness to it. So, points for that. Ugh. I mean, look at that. That's really good chicken, man. It's meaty. It's super duper tasty. I think the hot honey sauce in this is fantastic. Maybe, if it's not the best hot honey sauce I've had, it's got to be up there. Because it just works really, really well. Like, the way that it's balanced and everything. With the sweetness of the honey, and then whatever they're using to get the heat, it almost has like a fruitiness to it. And it's just like this wonderful, super duper tasty. I mean, this is just a good time, man. These are definitely some of the best chicken tenders that I've reviewed on my show. In the going on almost 4 years that I've been doing it at this point. And recently, not too long ago, I did a review of some Raising Cane chicken fingers, which were very good. I enjoyed them. Go watch that review. These, far and away. Quality of the chicken is better. The taste is just, it's to freaking die for. There's just nothing I dislike about this. Now, it also comes with a little thing of sauce, which I don't know what the sauce is. It smells like kind of a mayo. Ooh. It's kind of like a yogurty ranch sauce. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it has kind of a ranch-ish flavor, but it doesn't have quite the same. It has a tanginess, but like a different type of tanginess. Again, sort of like a yogurty tanginess. Now, I personally think it's going to be a little bit sacrilegious to go over there and put the sacrilegious, as it were, to put some of this delicious chicken with its already delicious sauce in here. But we're going to do it anyway because it was offered. So let's go ahead, do a little thing here. To be fair, that's super good too. In a very different way, it makes it very creamy, sort of extra savory kind of thing. Like the sauce kind of diminishes the heat a little bit, but the zinginess kind of plays into it. And yeah, it kind of acts the same way that like a ranch would with like a buffalo chicken tender. It's doing a very similar thing. Now, all that said, folks, and I've said a lot, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get him again? Would I recommend him? Well, if you really don't know the answers to that, you haven't been paying attention to my review very well. Because yes and yes, clearly, man. Like, these are freaking phenomenal. Clearly they have very solid chicken fingers, and that makes sense. Like I said, they do chicken sandwiches and stuff. They have fried chicken. Like, chicken is one of their main things. So it makes sense, of course, that their chicken tenders would be really good, but I did not expect them to be this exceptional. The chicken itself, like I said, it's freaking fantastic, man. It's like, these are got to be easily the meatiest chicken fingers that I've ever had on the show. And, if I have a little bit of a lament, it's the fact that, I am trying them with the hot honey sauce versus just trying them by themselves, you know? Because it'd be a little bit, I could kind of compare and contrast. But in this format with the hot honey sauce, they're some of the best freaking chicken fingers I've ever had. Seriously. They are absolutely delicious. They do everything that I personally want in terms of flavor profile. They have big, bold flavor. They have contrasting flavors that work really well together. And then, you know, it's got the nice kick to it. I'm 100% in on these. And even with the sauce, like, I personally prefer it without the sauce, like the little sort of yogurty sauce. But I don't think the yogurty sauce is a bad pairing. And I do think it's one of those things, maybe this kind of gets into if I was recommending it to somebody. Let's say you go over there and you get one of these, because you're going to be sharing this with people. Even somebody like me, yeah, this is going to be a shareable item. Maybe you're somebody who maybe the heat's a little bit too much. Again, it's not too bad. You know, kind of goes to your back of your throat, kind of warms you up a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Well, you got this delicious sauce that kind of helps mitigate it a little bit. Now you can still enjoy in the deliciousness, you know, just kind of in your own way. But yeah, man, these are exceptional. As much as it bummed me out a little bit, I didn't get to do the review that I was originally intending to do today. I am not upset that this is what I ended up doing. Like, I'm real happy about this. So, anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly chicken finger-tastic rest of your life. Because, damn, chicken fingers are good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not as possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Folks, at the end of the day, life can be just extremely stressful and frustrating and just, I mean, you know, at the time I'm doing this, we're 4 days in to 2024. And in some ways, I'm already over it. It's like, just get to 2025. But when we run into those situations, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what I would like you to do is, you know, maybe the next time you're over there, and because it happens to all of us, maybe you're out and about, you're going to someplace, whatever, and for whatever reason, your plans have to change, because it just occurs that way sometimes. Here's my challenge for you, if I could. Instead of going over there and being like, okay, well, maybe McNally's isn't open, you know, throwing a name out there. Maybe McNally's isn't open. Fuck it, let's just go to Burger King. Now, I'm not trying to shit on Burger King or anything, but maybe instead of doing that, maybe strike out. Just be like, hey, you know what? Let's try out this place. Because that, I think, as much as like people, you know, will compliment my adventurous nature when it comes to trying out new food, it's like, I live in a great area for food, so why wouldn't I make use of that? And I think that a lot of people, you know, maybe don't always realize, how good their scene is, their local food scene. You got to explore a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Or conversely, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's free fucking country. Bye!